Okay, you're supposed to put that roof on and stay off of it. Okay, so foot traffic is something that's not done. Now,
3/4 of a mile from the expressway.
staying crazy, staying in the crazy lane. 1/4 mile from the E-way.
Half mile from the track.
Half mile from the train.
I see it though after yesterday. I said to my wife, I said, I think we just had an earthquake. And she said, no, didn't you hear the semi? I said, no, I wasn't paying attention. She goes, every time a big truck drives by, I feel it. And I felt it 3 times yesterday.
You think that's a great story to use in the house when you get to that point?
Hell yeah.
Right? 1/4 mile from the expressway. Well, I don't even live on the expressway. I live on 16, right by 16 Mile. And man, in the wintertime when the ground's frozen and those trucks are driving by, it literally rattles my whole house. Great story.
Yep.
Okay?
True experience.
Half mile from the train tracks. Here's my favorite.
Normal weathering.
No,
Nope.
because I use it twice. Is your home move or settle? Good God. Are you kidding me? We live in Michigan. Our homes are constantly moving and settling. Right? When you go from the hot to the cold, and then the spring and the fall. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. We learned in school when things get hot and cold, they expand and contract, right? Is your house doing that?
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. So how comfortable do you feel with a warranty that says moving or settling of your home isn't part of your warranty? Right. And I tell you what, that's really not my favorite. Here's my favorite. Normal weathering. Can you believe it? That's why the average roof only lasts 10 to 15 years. Because of the weathering. The normal weathering. Can I ask you what's normal about the weather in Michigan?
Nothing.
Well, you think anybody's ever going to argue that point with you?
No.
Guess what they all do? They all agree. Yeah, there ain't nothing normal about Michigan. Sure. Ah. So at the end of the day, this certified guy comes in and he tells you, oh yeah, I got warranties and this and that, and that's got a lifetime warranty on the roof. You know, if you've had anybody out here, let me ask you, did they talk about limitations and talk to you about this stuff? Did he mention these? No, why not?
They don't offer it. They don't offer a platinum warranty to upsell.
Yeah.
Then this is the best they have.
Yeah, they don't want to tell you the limitations on their warranty that they're trying to get you to believe is going to be a 50-year warranty.
Right.
Why would they? The truth is you got 10 years. You got a 10-year warranty. The manufacturers are dumb. They know it's Michigan. They know we're a brutal state. They know our weathering isn't normal. They know there's trees in Michigan. So they give you 10 years.
Is there a state that has normal weather? I think there's not one in the
I don't know, maybe you go down to Florida. The only thing they have is hurricanes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, but I lived in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm, and it rained every day, twice a day. Like
Right. There's probably not. I've never had anybody ask me that. But it, you know, again, it pertains more to Michigan. You know, oh, we're 60 degrees today, tomorrow. You know, today put your flip-flops on and tomorrow get your fur coat ready, right?
Right.
Who can't relate to that? So what's the talking point?
And think about the normal weather part too, just to jump in. And I'll do this.
Absolutely.
I'll jump into 2 weeks just to comfort you a little bit. But I mean, think about it. What if something goes wrong with your roof? Okay. What are the possible failures of it? What are you worried about? Why would you want a warranty? Okay, leaks, and then so what causes leaks?
Wind damage, storm damage.
So wind. Is wind part of weather?
Yeah, we are.
You said storm damage. Is that weather?
Yeah.
Leaks, specifically, what does a leak tell you?
Weather.
Well, what else?
There's a hole somewhere in your roof.
What's leaking? What's coming into your house?
Water.
Water. Is that part of weather?
Yeah.
Okay, what else could happen to your roof? your storms, that's weather. You talked about the settling of the house and the structure and all of that. Well, with the thawing and the freezing, right? That's temperature change, weathering. Your attic gets too hot, starts deteriorating the shingles, causing the lips and stuff. And we're going to get into more of that stuff. Well, why is the attic getting so hot? Ventilation, because the heat from outside, it's cooking it, it's creating an oven. So anything that can go wrong with the roof, you can throw into that category of normal weather.
I want to go home like immediately. Check my attic, check my roof.
Fuck yeah, he scared the shit out of you, didn't he? Good, that's what you got to do with the customer. And that's what you guys got to do when you're out there and stuff like that. There's no doubt in your mind, if you see some of these pictures and stuff, what's going on in an attic, and we sit down and we show that customer that, they don't have no doubt in their mind that they need a roof. You don't need to be that salesperson going, you need a roof, you need, well, of course you're going to tell them that, you're fucking trying to sell them one.
Yeah.
But when you show the pictures and you ask them the questions, they go, holy shit, man, I need a roof. Now you got a customer who's fucking, putty in your hands at that point. Now you just got to provide to them the company that they're looking for with all the credentials like we're getting at. Then the different products that we can solve their problems, and then you roll it all into that platinum guarantee. You're getting double the protection on it. Not only are you getting it from rock solid, we're saying that, but like you mentioned, what if Levi decides, you know what, I'm down in Florida, I love this so much down here, I'm going to stay down here and just sell or just fish. Yeah. What happens to you as a consumer? Yeah, Rock might take care of you if it's still around or whoever the new owners are or whatnot, but you got right. You got now Owens Corning backing you up, so you got two insurance policies, knowing that when your roof goes bad or whatever, you're never gonna have to pay for it again, and that's what's huge for everybody. Hanson's, Big Dog, they've been around forever, right? Okay, I mean, as far as you guys know, right? I mean, that's where I started in shit, 20-some years ago. They offer a lifetime guarantee, but what happens if Brian decides he wants to sell? What happens to your warranty? Believe it or not, he actually just sold about a year and a half ago. Right. So now does the new company have to honor all their warranties? No. It may not.
Depends on the purchase.
But if you bought the whole thing, I mean, if you bought their warranty, everything else, the new company don't have to honor that if they don't want to. They might.
If 100 roof goes bad, do you think they're going to go ahead and they're going to fix 100 roofs?
They're just going to change their policy or whatever. They're not going to do that. Okay, well, if something like that happens with us, not only do you have Rock Solid, but now you also have Owens Corning. And that's why it's so important when we come and talk about Owens Corning, how long they've been, around and build up the credentials and everything else. How long has Rock Solid been around?
20 years.
Yeah, 20, 25.
Oh.
Well, Rock Solid itself's been around for 8 years.
There you go. Okay, these people are smart. They're Googling you before you get there. So if you tell them 20-some odd years, yes, we talk about it in the pitch, but that's why we piggyback everything on Owens Corning. Yeah. It's not us. It's Owens Corning. And why did they chose us to be a contractor? Yeah. Okay, we didn't go out and seek after them. They were looking for 17 companies in the state of Michigan that could represent them. Because the biggest thing that they had, and this is how I go into my pitch, and you'll hear it in a little bit, probably tomorrow. But, as far as what are the credentials and everything else to become on it, and getting into the roof thing, they feel they make the best shingles out there on the market. They make the best ventilation out there on the market, and they make the best underlayments that are out there. They want to provide you a no restrictions guarantee to all their customers, right? Because they feel that they make the best products out there in the whole industry. There's only one part of the whole roofing production process, or the whole thing, that they don't control. And what part of that is? No?
No. The installation.
The installation. Who's putting it on? Right? They don't know if the 12-year-old's going up to fucking Home Depot buying the same shit I'm going to put up there. They don't want to warranty that because they don't know if the guy knows what he's doing. So in order for them to control that aspect, they picked 17. I don't know who did the math or whatever, but out of everybody in Michigan, they found 17 as the magic number. They can control the guys, monitor the guys, train them the way that they need to, up to the specs that they need to. So therefore, they can give you this platinum guarantee, where if anything goes wrong, they have no problem. They're confident that they'll come out and fix it for free because they made sure that the companies that are platinum are quality guys and they're going to do it the right way. Yeah. And if they're not, because they randomly will audit us, they'll call us up one week and say, hey, on Wednesday, meet us at these 3 jobs. We're going to inspect them. Okay? If we weren't passing their inspections, we're not going to be platinum very long. They're going to fire us. Okay? At the end of the day, you as a homeowner are still protected because they'll find another platinum contractor to take care of any issues you have. That's their promise to you as the homeowner going with a platinum contractor. But if they go to 20 platinums, it's harder to control. They can't monitor those companies and make sure that the quality is up. But again, they feel like they make the best product, the best underlayments, the best everything else. The only problem they can't control is that labor. Until now. Now they can with those 17 contractors. That's why I can give you this guarantee no one else can.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's some pretty big coattails to ride.
Fuck yeah, and that's why you got to build up their credentials up front. Right. So when they sit there, well, you've only been, you give me a lifetime guarantee, but what if you go out of business tomorrow? right? You've only been around 8 years. Well, we don't plan on going anywhere, but that's why you deal with a company like us. Mr. Roof, you're not getting anything from the manufacturer. They manufacture their own product. No, they just fucking private label it. Okay, but if something happens to Mr. Roof or they sell and go corporate, which they did a couple years back, what happens to your warranty? You got nothing to fall back on from the manufacturer. Same thing with Hanson's. Because every single one of these, even Owens Corning has those clauses in there, and they're the ones we love to use. But if you're just putting it on there, they don't know who's putting it on, they're not going to fucking want it. I mean, would you want to be responsible?
No.
If some Joe Schmo off the street bought your product and said, hey, I'm going to put this on, and you won't want to cover that.
No.
You're going to have restriction after restriction after restriction to cover your ass. And that's the problem. These warranties are designed, most homeowners think that they're there for their benefit, to protect them. Fuck no. A warranty is designed to protect the company, cover their ass. So not if it fails, but who's going to be responsible. And they want to make sure that their ass is covered where they're not going to have to pay for it. Okay? And that's what you got to drill home and drill hard. Everybody's going to give you a beautiful looking piece of paper. It's worthless. No one reads them. No one knows who's installing that shit. Okay? GAF, Certainty. Okay, they got these certification programs, right? How many fucking Certainty contractors are out there in Michigan that are Certainty certified? Do you have any clue?
No idea.
Neither do I. Call up their rep. They won't even know. Because they open it up to anybody who will throw them a $500 check, take a couple test questions online, and they send them a beautiful certificate that you see. I got every single one of them too for the company. Okay, but does that mean we know what we're doing? No, it means our check cleared. That's about fucking it. And there's thousands of them out there. So do you think you're really going to get a primetime warranty with a bunch of coverage when there's 5,000 of those companies that are under Certainty certification? As opposed to Owens Corning that has 17 hand-selected contractors? Which one do you really think you're going to get a better bang? You know, in all honesty, and this is the truth, I have no idea what's the best shingle out there, and I could really give two shits. All I know is, you know, people come up and do research and go, oh, GAF is the best thing, I've looked at all the specs and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Owens Corning's the only one willing to put in writing a lifetime platinum guarantee.
Is Hanson's partnered with Owens?
Fuck no. Fuck no, they're not. Because they switch, they just go for the biggest bang for their buck.
Yeah.
Whatever they can get a better deal on, and they jump from manufacturer to manufacturer. They don't even put the name of the manufacturer on their fucking contract.
Just buying bulk.
They just buy whatever's the cheapest.
Yeah.
And they give their own Hanson's guarantee on it. But again, they don't have to cover anything. But you know, at the end of the day, Owens Corning is the only one who's willing to put in writing that if something fails, if you use all of their products and everything else, if you choose a platinum contractor, because now they're controlling that install, they're the only ones giving a 100% guarantee where if anything fails, we can install the shingles upside down, backwards, inside out, doesn't matter. You're covered. They're the only ones willing to put that in writing, put their money where their mouth is. If Owen or if GAF was that confident in their product, why wouldn't they do the same? They lost certainty. They have a limited warranty like everybody else. If they were that confident like Owens Corning as they put it in writing. Again, I have no idea what's better. All I know is they're willing to put their money where their mouth is, and that's all I need to know. Because if it does fail, they're paying for it. And they wouldn't be putting themselves on a limb if they were failing everything. They know something out there. You know, and at the end of the day, too, it's not like they're in business to put everybody's new roof on for free.
Right.
Think about this.
It seems like an easy closing tool, honestly.
Yeah, it should be if you explain it right and get them involved in it.
Right.
But when you skip through it and, oh, I don't need to see any of that, and I only got, how much longer is this going to take? And then you skip over shit like that. That's why we said, don't fucking skip. They don't know. We look at the iPad, they're going through the slides. They don't know how many more pages you got.
Right.
No problem, I'm almost done. And just keep going like normal. I'll speed it up for you, don't worry about it. And keep going. Back in the day, we had big fucking thick pitch books with all the pictures and all the different articles and shit. When you're on page 3, they're looking at all of this left over and they're going, oh, fuck, you're going to be here a while. Well, I'll speed through this, don't worry about it. And they're going, no, you won't. Look at that fucking thing. Yeah, they don't fucking know, and you just go through it like normal.
Yeah.
Don't skip any of those beats, but these are things you got to drill home hard, because otherwise, well, the last guy came out and showed you the same thing. No, he gave you a limited warranty. That's the second package. I can get you that all day long. But like you said, that's not the type of protection you feel comfortable putting on your house, is it?
And I like the idea that we're giving them 4 estimates, you know, to the counter. What do you need another estimate for? Here's 4.
Yeah, it's getting them to commit on what fits their needs.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. We're not going to sit there and slam a certain roof down their throat, because you may be moving.
Right.
You may be staying for your whole life, and this is your
Could be a
mansion.
rental property.
You know, the fucking the trailer. You know, like Eric went out and he ended up pounding that fucking one out. I think it was a platinum that he sold.
No, he
Okay.
sold it was a preferred, but he fucking killed it.
You know, but I mean, he could go down even a lower package. It's irrelevant. You know, there's always a cheaper thing for it, but to make up your mind and go, oh, it's a trailer, he's not going to put, my roof is going to be more expensive than he paid for the trailer. No, that's in your fucking mind. You know, the guy may have beautiful property up north, and this is his mansion that he lives in down here, and he goes up north every other weekend, but if he's gone and a storm comes through, he wants to make sure it's protected.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know what his situation is. It could have got passed down from his dad and the memories there and shit. He doesn't want it to fucking fall apart. You don't know.
Trailers make money.
You just don't know, and there's no sense for you. I mean, who's to say that you know better than him? Or just fucking go in there and do your job the same every time and give them the options and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, once you see it all, price aside, what's the best package we offer? Platinum. So why would you, what do you, I mean, why should you tell them that they can't afford it or they don't need the platinum? Fuck that. Let them decide. Price aside, which one would you want to put on your house? The platinum. Okay, then you drill it home. So the only reason you consider one of these other quality packages is what?
So,
But if you can get the platinum at the price of the preferred, it's pretty much no-brainer, right?
$0 financing.
So you always got the options, but you have to show those 4 prices as part of the process. Even they're going to tell you, I don't want that felt paper bullshit. He probably hasn't even gone into that yet. But, oh, I don't want that package. I don't want that package. Don't even bother pricing me out. No, they got to be priced on it. They have to just see what that number is. They've gone to work and heard from somebody at work, oh yeah, I can get this, your roof done about that size, $5,000. Unless you show them what they can get for $5,000, they're going to keep searching. They're going to keep shopping it until they can see it. And then they can make that decision later, oh, I don't want that. That's why we got to show it to them. We know they're not going to buy it from us. If they want to buy that package, I'll send them to Oaks. I'll give them to my competition. By all means, let them be their problem. I don't want it.
Is that our competition?
Everybody's our competition. You know who's our competition is us.
No.
Us taking shortcuts in the house and not doing our job. Everybody else out there doesn't fucking matter. There's 220,000 of them in Michigan. It's all irrelevant. Doesn't matter who they're up. That's why you was talking about, I don't care if I'm the first guy, second guy, third guy, 30th guy. Our advertising is geared to be the first guy.
Or the last.
No, the first guy. Because if I'm the first guy, I am the last.
Yeah.
If I'm the first guy, you're never going to have an opportunity to come in behind me. Because I'm going to close the fuck out of them, and you ain't going to have. But you're going to get a call saying, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We have to reschedule this. Call me back in a couple weeks."
Right.
You know, and then they lie to you, and you're going, "Okay, yeah, I'll follow up." Fuck that. I'll have my roof done by the time you get up full of them again. And they'll go, "No, I already got it done, man. Sorry." Okay, but if I'm the third guy, there's 2 other people going in there in front of me, and if they're any good, I'm not going to have that opportunity. That third and fourth estimate. So everything is geared to be the first guy. Not to mention, if I'm the first guy in, they got nothing to compare it to as far as they have nothing else, no other knowledge about roofing except for what I tell them. So I'm not saying we lie or do anything deceitful, but if I'm slamming them about how these warranties all have loopholes and limitations and everything else, they have no one else to believe but me. And I'm building a doubt, and I'm letting them read the stuff to me, and you bringing up your car situation. Beautiful analogy to bring it up and say, you know, your whole thing about the trans and stuff.
Right.
Relate that back to the roof, so there's always loopholes. That's how a warranty was actually set up, is from fucking Ford. Ford Motor Company. That's how it all got started. You know, he wanted to have a warranty, and he fucking rolled it out to his guys and goes, you know what, man, if I could cover bumper to bumper everything on my car, where if there was a problem, you could just pull up your car, your Ford, right into one of my service stations, we'll take care of it for free. Fuck, man, we'll buy it, or we'll sell a lot more cars. He talked to a couple of the supervisors, and they're like, yeah, it's a great idea, man. So they went and they had this big-ass meeting. So they're rolling it out to everybody in their company, everything else about this warranty that they came up with. So they broke out the program, everything else, with all their employees, a couple hundred people, and then a couple engineers in the back raised their hands. Said, Mr. Ford, okay, love the idea, everything sounds great, but let me ask you a question. We know the tires are going to go bad after so many thousands of miles. Do we want to cover the tires too?
No.
Well, we'll cover everything but the tires.
Normal wear and tear.
Well, Mr. Ford, what about the brakes? We know after X amount of miles, the brakes are going to go bad. Do we want to cover those too? Oh, we'll cover everything but the brakes and the tires. Mr. Ford, what if they don't change their oil? What if they don't do this? So this whole seminar, this thing, ended up going on for 3 days. And what they did is they created this huge list on the left side of the board of everything that wasn't going to be covered. And on the right side, they had a list of everything that was going to be covered. And there was one item on the right. Any clue what it might have been?
Drivetrain.
Nope.
Uh,
The little hinge on your glove box.
what?
It's the only thing they'll cover 100%. They figure, hey, normal wear and tear, you know what, if that
Oh.
we'll fucking fix that for you. But all
Not
the,
too bad.
other
What's
things
up, man?
you can, all the other things you can see that you're going to have issues with. Because it's maintenance, is wear and tear, everything else. And that's where limited warranty was basically
Yeah, what's
created.
up?
Okay, it turned out to be, oh, we're going to cover everything for the customer, everything else, and then it was like,
A hover for ya?
if you don't take care of it, this is some of the issues you're going to have. And that's where it all came out. And then everybody else spun off of it with the different things. And it looks great on paper until you start reading it.
Yeah,
And then you read every little detail of what's not the problem. If it's installed wrong, voids it all out. Well, do you realize that there's 30,000 nails that go into a fucking roof when it's installed? If one of those nails is not on the nail head, it voids everything out.
You don't have your hover with you?
You ever seen people do a roof before?
Yeah.
Okay, you got your fucking nail head. 1/4 inch.
Okay.
You got a nail gun, right? Boom, 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 boom. Well, they find one fucking nail
You
off.
have the customer's name?
Completely void. Out of 30,000, you think that they're going to go up there and find one off?
Hell yeah.
Either that or they buy you a brand new roof, they're going to find one nail off.
Okay, is
Okay,
it old?
and that's what voids it out. And that's what people don't, and this is the draw it out, show them this. Paint that picture to the customer so they're sitting there going, fuck yeah, 30,000 of them. There's bound to be one off. Well, that means you voided it. You got no fucking warranty. The other big thing on all of them, and it doesn't matter, and I'll throw fucking 4 or 5 of them on the fucking table. And I'll just be like, here, you got this warranty, you got this one, you got this
Okay,
one. Owens
yeah,
Corning,
Livonia.
Certainty. I mean, I'll throw Owens Corning out there.
Okay.
Because it does have a lot of loopholes and limitations. And the biggest ones are improper install, because they can't keep track of it unless you're a platinum contractor. And the other thing is improper ventilation. Between those two areas,
Says it's 19
you're gonna find something wrong with it.
squares,
and they
6
know
wall
that they're
pitch.
covering their ass.
So
that's the biggest thing.
the house.
And you got to slam it down to that customer, make them
So
understand. I
you're
mean, I can
probably
give you any of
like
these.
21 square.
Yeah, I'm certified and everything else, and it's a 50-year limited warranty. That's what the other guy talks about. But have you ever read it?
Right.
Nope.
You're getting 50
No,
years
you
worth of
never put
bullshit.
it in.
You might as well crumble that up, throw it in your fucking bonfire pit. Because it's worth more in your
I'm
bonfire
trying
pit
to-
than it is in your fucking table
Hang
in
on
your
a
drawer.
second,
Because
hold on.
it's
I'm
worthless.
trying to pull it
Yeah.
up. Oh, it is off.
And now it all
Okay,
comes
there's
back to our
a separate
guarantee.
garage.
You know, now you say,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
well,
that
you
should
could
be
describe
since
and write
it's
your own
attached,
guarantee
that should
warranty.
be
What
all
would it
of
be?
it.
How long
But
would
for
you
some
want covered?
reason,
What
it's
would
not
you want
pulling
covered?
up,
You just scared the shit out of them. I
complete,
definitely want install covered.
It's
You know,
not
how
showing
about
the
materials?
measures.
Well, yeah, I would want that covered too.
They're gonna run it with platinum.
They're going to tell you everything. How long would you want it covered? Forever, man. What if you sold the house?
Get an estimate. Let's see.
You know, would you expect that to go on to the new
Yeah,
owners?
it's just an
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Does that?
Hmm? Yeah.
It does.
You know? Then
So
all of a
they
sudden
want
you
to
whip
do
out
that
your
part?
guarantee and you throw out your platinum guarantee and you show them, look, it's a lifetime amount of parts, all labor, and the material, the labor. We're one of their platinum dealers. They train us up to their specs so we can install their product up to their specifications, and that's why we can give you that guarantee
Okay.
without loopholes and conditions.
Yeah, I see the garage in
What do
the
you think
back.
of our guarantee? You like it?
Yeah.
Or you love it?
Love it.
You better love it. You wrote it.
So,
You know what I was going in there. I did, didn't I?
Well, let me see.
Okay, knowing
Is there
that a
one or two
guarantee
layer
like
out
that
there,
is
you
out there,
remember?
price aside, would you want to settle for any of these limited warranties?
Okay. Let's see.
Thank you very much. You eliminated 98% of my competition.
One layer.
Now what does that tell us? Holy shit, this guy's confident in what he's telling. And then you're planting that seed. Again, he has no other pricing. He's got no other estimates to compare it to.
Yeah,
Is this guy full of shit or not? It's not full of shit.
On there.
But it's not like he has something going back. Well, I'm going to call the other guy because he told me that it was a lifetime too. And, you know, yeah, they're all lifetime with all of these restrictions. This is why we can get rid of those restrictions, is because now Owens Corning is controlling all of it. You know, what kind of dealership did
And
you
you
work at?
did put gutters on, huh?
Used cars?
On the
Okay, so you've
main
seen
front
all different
portion of
types
it?
and everything else.
So all of
Now,
these,
let's say you had a Ford car.
one story
Okay, obviously you take it to a Ford dealership, you gotta buy the Ford parts, that's what they're putting in, all of that stuff, right? But are there generic parts that they could buy and put in there that aren't necessarily Ford? Still work, right? But now is Ford gonna honor their warranty?
No.
No. They want you to buy their product and everything else. Okay, I can buy an Owens Corning shingle and use a generic underlayment or a generic ice and water shield. Okay, it'll still work. But now Owens Corning ain't gonna vote or ain't gonna honor that warranty, right? Because now it's something that's not in their control. They know their materials, their ventilation systems, all that stuff has been tested up to their specs. The generic one, who knows? Not saying it won't work, but they're not going to honor that warranty. Does that make sense? So in order for us to supply that lifetime platinum warranty through Owens Corning, I have to use all of their bits and pieces and their components. I'm not saying you couldn't skin a cat a different way and still make it work, but again, they're not going to want to be responsible at that point. And that's where you have all of these lower, like the preferred package and stuff, these limited warranties with the generic materials, and that's usually what our competition is selling some version of. Okay, they're not going with felt paper and stuff, they're going with like a synthetic, like almost a tarp underneath, but they're missing and matching because it's cheaper or whatever, and that's where Hanson goes with it. They just buy whatever shingle is cheapest, then whatever generic underlay is cheapest, and say, oh, well, we're going to guarantee it. Okay, but that's,
Okay,
you're not
sure.
getting any protection. There's no
Uh,
manufacturer that's gonna warranty it.
They're just
So-
guaranteeing their install.
They're not even doing that really.
Really.
You know, again, they have loopholes for all of that stuff, and then they'll blame it on the materials because it's a generic stuff. So that's where, like in the beginning part, you got to hammer that. They got to really understand the difference between your warranties, your guarantees.
Okay,
they got
that's
to understand the
all
difference
it's showing
between.
is, the downspouts. So I'm gonna
They
take the
got to,
downspouts
you know,
out. Just
completely
remember
realize that all of these
2600.
warranties everybody else is
I
going to
would
provide
change
you
out
is
the
just
flag.
fucking bullshit.
So what about our limited warranty? It's the same thing.
We don't have a limited warranty now with our platinum.
Well, now it's platinum, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, mine will be like everybody else's. If
That's
something goes
why-
wrong,
that's why
I'm
I
gonna go
said
down.
We're gonna bring up all the negatives on the preferred. That way we can upsell to the platinum.
Well, again, and I want to train your mindset.
Right.
We're not going to bring that up to them. We're going to ask questions so they bring it up to us. Okay? That's, again, the trick behind it is, yeah, we can slam them and tell them everything, but some people might get it, some
Something's
people
wrong.
won't. If we
And
ask
it's-
the
and it's
questions
not
and they come
showing
back to
up
us,
for,
now they get, have them read the warranty.
It's not giving me a
You see
normal
that section
printout
item's not
either
covered?
of,
What's the
you know, how
number
you
on the
can look
list?
at the
And
overhead.
proper installation, have them read it to you. Now let me ask you a question. That's the
Oh,
number
for some
one thing
reason,
on
I
all
don't
of these
know.
manufacturers thing. Do you think it's important to an install?
Well,
Okay.
it does
You ever
have,
been to Home Depot,
well,
Lowe's, or Menards?
It shouldn't matter, that should still come up.
You ever
I
look
don't
at
think it was
shingles there?
that long ago.
Go in the shingle department next time. You're gonna find the same shingle I'm showing you right here.
That's-
Anybody can go in and buy it.
This blows.
Do you think that they feel that it's important to make sure that the right guys are installing it?
Because it's not,
Okay. The problem is they
It's
can't
not
control it because
generating-
anybody can go into Menards and buy the same shingle I
but
be
the problem is it's
and
not
they have no clue.
showing,
But, you know,
like
I
I
fuck
said, it's
around.
not
They have no
showing
idea if a
that-
12-year-old putting it up.
that roof.
Let me ask you a question. If you were a manufacturer of shingles and a 12-year-old was putting it up there, would you want to cover it
No,
and be
you
responsible?
build the complete 3D.
So why would you think they would be any different?
Huh.
And again, I'm asking these questions. Get
Oh,
in your
now
head.
it's telling
You're not
me.
in your head, so you know what I'm talking about, right?
So let's see if it
And now I'm going to
comes
get you go, yeah, I was not in my head, wasn't
Let
I?
me call you back.
Yeah, I guess that does make
I got
sense.
Anthony calling me.
That's what I'm
We're gonna
talking about
check see
too,
what
is like
he's got.
making sure
It might take a minute for me to get this.
You're not
3D.
worried about like your price
Huh?
or any of that stuff, because now I can pick up you going like this and you smiling and you're smiling, so you've
Okay,
been through this
I will.
before.
I get a
huh?
number put together.
You've been
I'll see
screwed
what
over
it
on a
says.
warranty avenue.
All right.
Let them tell that story and
Okay.
yeah, this and that. It's no different in roofing. They're all the same. You know, bring that story out and let them relive that experience of how something got fucked up and that pain of having to go through all these hoops to try to get it. At the end of the day, they couldn't get it and all that stuff. You know, now that's getting them emotionally involved in it and everything else, and it's not you being that sleazy salesman trying to slam something down their throat. You know, you're just asking questions. You're planting the seed. You're I don't want to say you're, you know, like fucking the connect the dots thing. You know, that's what we're doing, but, you know, we're leading them. They have to physically hold the pen, but we're grabbing their hand and showing them how to do it. And it clicks in their head, and the light bulb will go off. And again, when it comes down to the close, it's like, hey, man, I mean, I love it. I really love the platinum, but I'm really thinking more of the preferred pricing. That's kind of what I think, you know, coming into it all. That makes sense. You've probably never seen nothing like the platinum before, have you? No, I haven't. So when you were coming up with your numbers, I can understand why you were off a little bit, because, I mean, that blew your mind, right? But if you could get the platinum at the price of the preferred, I mean, at that point, it's pretty much a no-brainer, right? He says yes to that, now you got a commitment. I wish I could do that, you know? Well, let's focus on the preferred then, you know? I mean, obviously, the platinum's not for everybody. What do you mean? I can get the platinum. Well, can you afford an extra $30 a month? Going back into the car sales thing, you know, you're selling a payment now. You know, instead of that $20,000 price tag. It's irrelevant, the price of the car. Usually, it's can you put it in my budget?
That's always helpful.
You know, can you put it in a monthly payment? And we got different financing options. We don't have to drop the price to get them in the payment. We'll extend the terms, offer them a different program. You know, something like that, so we can get it into an affordable thing. Paying attention to what they're saying. They might be waiting for their tax money to come back, and that's why they're hesitant doing it. Well, I gotta wait till fall. Okay, we can slam them. Well, why do you gotta wait for fall? Don't you like everything? You know the price is only gonna go up. It's only gonna cost you more in fall. And unfortunately, we do that without realizing. You know, and that's what I'm talking about, slamming them and everything. So you gotta wait till fall. Just subtly throw it back out on them. And you'll be surprised at just that silence. You know, when you throw back that objection back to them, and then they're going, well, yeah, you know, come fall time, I'll have my taxes back, everything else. You know, we usually go on vacation in the summertime too, so that'll be when everything's coming in. We want to definitely get it done before the weather changes and the new winter comes and stuff. So you got to feel for it, you know, what they're really going through. Well, let me ask you, is it something where you just don't want to have it installed until fall, or financially you're going to be in a little bit better spot to get it done? Very subtle. Well, yeah, we're waiting for our taxes, so financially a better spot. See, you're probably like most people. You'd rather get it done sooner rather than later, but pay for it later rather than sooner, correct?
Yeah.
So if I could do it right now, get it done, lock you into the lower pricing on my dollar, and then come October of next year, or of this year, you can just hand me a check and pay it all off. I mean, that would be the ideal situation, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, I'm not the bank. I'm not going to reach into my fucking pocket and loan them $20,000 or whatever, but that's kind of how I'm putting it out to them. I'm getting a commitment from them. So that's the only thing stopping you from putting this on the schedule right now is come October or whatever, you're going to be financially in a better spot where you can just hand this all over? Well, yeah, I don't want to finance nothing. I don't want to pay. Well, what is it about the financing that you don't like? You know, is it you just, you don't like interest? You don't like the monthly payments? What is it? Well, I'm paying cash. So, okay, that's why. You want to wait till you have the cash in hand because you don't want to pay the interest involved with it, correct? But if I could reach into my pocket right here and give you 20 grand for this, completely interest free, and you can just pay me back in October and we can get your roof done now. I mean, that's pretty much no brainer then, right? And you're throwing it out there jokingly with them because there ain't no way you're going to reach in your pocket and give me 20 grand interest free. Well, I'm not, but I got a program that can. Not to mention, we can stop all of the price increases that may occur. We